guys, Foxdrop here with a live commentary game. I'm playing Jarvan jungle this game. This is only a normal game because I didn't have time to get sorted into a ranked game because the queues, I don't know if my queue was bugged or something, but whatever. I didn't want to wait like 12 minutes for a ranked game, so I'm just playing a normal. But as you can see, we have 4 goals on our team, so hopefully the enemy team standards should be equal to that, which means this won't be too bad of a game to showcase. So the reason I wanted to do Jarvan jungle is because, in my opinion, basically Jarvan is the best jungler out there at the moment. Jarvan is he's just the meta. I mean, back when Armour was really popular, like a year ago or so, Jarvan again was extremely popular because he just filled the Atmog's role really well, like the Warmogs, Triforce, Atmos, you know, all that kind of crap. He filled that out really well. And again, now people are just relying on tanks, running bruisers in the jungle and relying on their base stats and building them tanky alongside a bit of like team support. Jarvan is perfect. So if you think about a lot of the popular junglers, a lot of them have these like free stats or buffs for their team. So Jarvan has his E, which buffs his team, even though that did get nerfed last patch. It no longer gives AoE armor, but it still gives AoE attack speed. And as far as the money goes, attack speed is a lot more valuable than armor is, so it's not too bad. And he also, with his Q, has an armor pen shred, so an armor shred, and so that really helps his team as well. And if you think about like Xin Zhao as well, he gets free stats with his ultimate. Even Nasus, who's being played quite a lot now in competitive play, at least, his E is an armor shred too. So Vi, similarly, her W shreds armor. These guys, they're just tanky people, and they have good base damage, and they have these kind of like support, like kind of, I suppose you could say they have supporty elements to them, you know, like with these armor shreds. But yeah, we should be going in game soon. Hopefully, this guy's toaster, I think it's finished now, so hopefully we should be going in. Right, here we are. Now on Jarvan, my runes and masteries, I am running my runes. I'm going armor pen reds. Armor pen reds, armor yellows, magic resist level blues, and AD Quints, I believe. But you can vary that up a little bit. You can have AD reds if you want. You can have AD Quints. You can have move speed Quints. You can probably even have armor pen Quints. You can do a lot of different stuff. The reason I like to take armor pen is because of his Q. Because his Q is a percentage armor shred. It means that the way the new like armor pen works nowadays is that flat pen is calculated after percentage penetration. So basically, you shred their armor with your Q, and then your flat armor penetration is then calculated on top of what has already been shredded. So it works really nice. Basically, flat pen works really nicely with percentage pen, at least a lot better than it did back in season 2. So armor pen is a really good choice to get on Jarvan. AD is still pretty good. I mean, his AD scalings are actually pretty weak on Jarvan, so it's not great. I mean, his E doesn't even scale with AD, and his W doesn't either. But I mean, they're not bad choices either. AD is never a bad choice to get on these bruisers. For masteries, I'm just running 921. Like 921, you can run on any jungler and still be okay with. But Jarvan is just like the 921 monster. Like, it's just perfect for Jarvan. 921 is perfect for Jarvan. So no real reason to kind of extend anything like that. Although, you could go into offense. You could go like 21-9 if you really want to. Nothing too wrong with that. I'm going to be maxing my E this game on Jungle Jarvan. It's a really good idea to do that because it gives you more armor, it gives you more attack speed, and it's like more reliable to hit than your E. It's faster to hit, and it's just overall like a better decision rather than maxing your Q. I used to max my Q and I had a fair amount of success with it, so it's not that big a deal if you want to do that instead. I'm thinking about my jungle route right here, and I could have either started at red buff and then worked my way up to gank top at like level 3. That would have been a fairly good route to go, and in hindsight that may have been the better route to go, considering their Jarvan is probably doing the same. Like, he probably started blue and is working his way up, so Renekton could be in a bit of trouble because I'm not going to be there and Jarvan is going to be there. So that may have been a mistake by me already, but I'm seeing whether I can get something done with this route. Ideally, if you get Smiteless to start with, you want to be doing something at level 3. So I'm gonna try and do that, but it's not. I'm gonna try and gank bot. No one really expects the bot gank this early, and maybe as well I can get Katarina if she really wants to go ballsy. But again, this bot lane is not easy to gank for because Soraka, like, how the hell am I meant to gank for a Soraka? Doesn't have any CC. All she has is silence. I want to get Sona here just because I think she's A, she's squisher, and B, she has no escape. She has a flash. Okay, I'm just standing still. That was weird. Like, Ezreal could have been like an easier target as far as the gank went, just because he was more pushed out. But if he had his, there you go. If he had his W up, his E, sorry, not his W. I might die here. Oh, Soraka heal. Okay, awesome. I didn't think something. People never expect that second gank. They never expect the second gank when you ran away. Then for like that split second, they think they're safe again, and you run back in and you get another kill. Like, they never expect the second gank. I don't know why. It's like, if you think about it, it's the most obvious time you're going to get ganked, but they never expect it. They never see it coming. So I use that to my favor right there as well. It was unfortunate none of my like allies got assists from it, but still, it's a kill for me. And I even missed my combo on him. That's how much of a free kill that Ezreal was for me. I missed my EQ. All it did was like provide me with the gank closer for him. But that's just how much, you know, that's just how much damage Jarvan does, especially with the red buff. You really destroy people. I'm going to get boots here. My build, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to build tanky and rely on my base stats and my abilities, which is why cooldown reduction is very, very strong at the moment, and partially why Locket the Iron Solari is really strong, because that does give cooldown reduction. People seem to overlook that. But I really need to help out this Katarina, but I also want to farm and not help out Katarina, sorry, help out LeBlanc from Katarina. Right, okay. That kind of makes my life slightly easier, the fact that the enemy Jarvan stole my walls. I want to keep farming, and I think I farm fast enough, but I'm going to run out of red buff, so I should probably be trying to gank while my red buff is up, if I can. I think it's going to expire. This cat could be dead, but I think my red buff just expired. Need to be very careful with Jarvan. Okay, cool. I think I wasn't going to get anything out of that because of my, like I say, my red buff disappeared. It was a mistake of mine to look to farm before ganking. I should have just gone and immediately ganked. And this smite again was a bit of a mistake, just because if Jarvan was in that bush, he could have just, yeah, okay, he is here, but he's got the exact same items as me, so I don't think I can. I mean, yeah, I shouldn't have. Maybe I wasn't going to get much out of that, just because we're like exactly the same, and Katarina is kind of beasting out LeBlanc a little bit, so it's hard for me to get those. It's hard for me to, you know, if Katarina came up to stop me, LeBlanc wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Fuck, I missed the CS, that's really bad. I wasn't paying attention. But it's kind of perfect that LeBlanc had to go back, because it means I can soak everything up. Well, I'm not going to get... Oh my goodness, I got it. GG. I don't know whether my Dread's got that or what. I probably shouldn't have hit all of those, like, mini minions, like all those caster minions, and because it meant I lost them all. But I just love Jarvan's, like, passive animation where he, like, crunches down onto them. It's pretty cool, so I guess I had no choice. I've already given bot like a bit of a shove, but as in like a lot of help, but I kind of want to give them more help, because this is something which people always ask me, is they don't know what lane to gank necessarily. I'm gonna quickly ask where the wards are, but they don't know where to gank, and I think it's a good idea to be ganking lanes that are ahead. People always think that, oh, but that doesn't make any sense. If you should be helping your lanes that are losing, and it's like, you should be helping your lanes that are losing, but if you spend a lot of time on the lanes that are winning, then that, like, if you can spend, say you spend 1 minute helping a lane that's however far behind. If you spend that 1 minute helping them and you're successful, don't forget that you're very rarely always gonna be successful. If you do spend that time helping them and you're successful, then all you've done is put them closer to being equal. Maybe you put them over the edge, but if they're already losing, then chances are that you didn't, you know, put them over. You didn't make. You're not going to give them the victory by ganking. Very rarely does that happen. However, if someone is already behind, if someone's already winning, like Jarvan's at his red buff now, but I don't think I can steal it. I don't think I'll get there in time, and I don't really want to risk anything. So I'm just gonna clear myself, and then because I need to do my red buff too. I probably should be going. It would be a good idea for me to be going top now because I know 100% Jarvan is going to be top. 10 seconds, if not now. Jarvan is going to be top in 10 seconds. There he is. So I knew he'd be there, and if I was there, I could counter gank this and turn it around, but I don't think Renekton really needs my help. It depends. Okay, if Renekton had gone for that, he would have killed Udyr 100%. Or sorry, not Udyr. I get told off for saying Udyr. Udyr, that's it. That's the one I meant to say, Udyr. So that's yeah, I should have probably been top, but if I'd shown top, I just really wanted my red buff. It was a bad decision. In hindsight, I knew as it was happening, I should have been paying more attention. Like, I even said as I was doing blue, Jarvan's at red, and I should have looked at top and seen the situation of the lane and been like, yeah, Jarvan's going to be top. I should go top too. All that happened was Renekton blew his flash. So it's not that big a deal, but it could have been much better, much better. So that was a mistake by me. Even though thankfully nothing too bad happened. Now this Renekton doesn't really need a gank. I could gank for him and it would help him a lot, but he doesn't need a gank. Like this not Udyr, what is it again? Udyr, sorry. This Udyr isn't getting out of control by any means, so it's not like he really needs a gank. And I mean, he's Renekton and he's Udyr. It doesn't need Udyr. It doesn't even matter if that other guy gets fed or not, because it's just, what's he gonna do? Like, it's his champion. He can't do too much with the feed. Now, Karin's on his way bot, on her way bot, but there's nothing going. Like, they're not gonna be able to help anything. So I'm just gonna shove this lane really hard. If you can't go and help something, then you can kind of provide help somewhere else. So the fact that I'm shoving this lane puts a lot of pressure onto mid lane, a lot of pressure onto this Katarina. Even though I didn't move off of mid lane, I create a lot of pressure onto Katarina, onto her own mid lane. Now a lot of you might be wondering, looking at my item build, why I bought a Wriggles. If you guys watch a lot of my videos, or even a handful of my videos, you'll probably know that I don't really like Wriggles as an item. I think it's a waste of money outside the Madreds. Jarvan is the only champion that I've bought Wriggles on and not thought it was a waste. I like the Wriggles on Jarvan. I'm not entirely sure why. He has no sustain, obviously, so that's partially why, but I just buy it on him, in all honesty. Like, I don't have to have it on him, but it's not bad on him by any means. I think they might know I'm here. Yeah, they warded this bush, I think. What level is Sona's level 6, so it will be a risky idea to tower dive. But even my presence here is putting a lot of pressure onto them. I have so much damage. These guys should be able to pick up the kill. Okay. I did so much damage to Sona. I knew they were baiting something, but I did so much damage to Sona that I thought we could just insta-give her and run away. But unfortunately, our bot lane didn't really do any damage to Sona. But I knew that Jarvan, I knew something was up basically, because I knew that they knew I was there. But it's gonna get really confusing. I knew that they knew that I knew. I don't know. Basically, the fact that they knew I was there and then still went ballsy is just a very telltale. It's just it's extremely obvious that something's up. Oh shit! I shouldn't be buying so many. I don't know why I'm buying loads of health potions. It's just a habit. Go on then, dog. I'll let you out. Right. It's just a habit to buy loads of potions when I'm playing jungler. That's kind of like the downside of just sticking with Madreds, that you have to buy a lot of potions, but because I got Wriggles, I don't need to do that anymore, but I'm still not out of the habit. I might be able to kill Ezreal. I know he used his flash. I don't have my ulti. I got really nice Wriggles procs there though. So I'm quick to get here. I think we can kill these guys. He's out of mana as well. He's got no escape. I know she has no escape either. Right, as to whether or not I should be getting that kill, it's probably best that Cogmore gets the kill, but it's not the end of the world that I got the kill. No! Oh my god, he's gonna get my pink. All I can do is pull dragon. All I can do is pull dragon and give him, you know, 10 damage. I think I should have put this ward at blue. I know their blue's up. I know their blue's up. 100%. I'm not using my E to scout because I want to use it to kill. He's silenced. They're gonna flash through the silence. I shouldn't use my smite to secure the blue though, because we could have done drag. We could have done drag if I hadn't used my smite. Although, see, I'm not too sure where the ward is. Ezreal, I thought that bush was warded, but then Ez used his Q to check it, which would lead me to believe it's not warded. So I'm not too sure. I don't think they can even like they can't challenge this. It's risky because I have no smite, but I know they don't know that I don't have smite, so they're probably not going to challenge it, which is, you know, exactly what happened. And these guys are pretty much sitting ducks for the mid. Will I get the XP? Awesome. They can XP for junglers. Soaking XP is more important than soaking gold, in my opinion. I mean, gold is obviously nice, very nice, but it's not as important as the experience. Especially with the meta, like I was saying, people relying on like base stats. Fuck, I missed. What are you gonna jump to? There you go. She was looking for something to jump to her Eon, jump to Shampoo onto, and I didn't think she had a target, so I just, you know, it was risky for me to use my ult while her Shampoo was up, but I was pretty sure she didn't have a target. Now, right, I'm just like, I didn't take that, did I? No, good. The one thing which people take a lot of accidental blue buffs because they try to like weave in and out like this, weave, and there's no point. You should just like spam the S button, which is the stop button. Yeah, I don't think we have the damage to kill this guy. He's very, very tanky, and the biggest issue is that he has a lot of armor. Now, it's because he's laning versus Renekton means that he's buying a lot of armor. He's got his red buff. I don't know whether it's my red buff or his red buff. I'll go have a quick check, because if it's mine, I can take his. Nah, it's his. I thought it would be his. The fact that Udar is laning versus a Renekton would mean that he's buying a lot of armor, and so it makes it very difficult for me to gank. I do have an armor shred, but it's not really enough when that guy has like a chain vest. Like, what's he do? 18% armor shred. It's not really that much when you take into account his items. This might be good for us though. I don't have my ulti. Come here, bitch. Yeah, good. I thought that Katarina would die. I thought she was dead anyway, so I wanted to use my ulti onto someone else, onto Sona, because if she didn't have her flash, she was dead. So that was just me, you know, trying to have an attempt at taking 2 kills instead of just 1. If I had gone onto Katarina, I'm kind of low on health, so I don't know whether I should really be here, but I want to take down this mid tower. Notice how I use my flag as well, put my flag down, because that gives everyone an attack speed boost. So we take it down even faster. And this is good for us. Taking down towers is really nice. Like, it's all about objectives. All about objectives. Especially mid tower as well is worth even more. Now, I don't want to go bot because I'm too low, so I'm not actually going to go bot. But LeBlanc is. This is. Okay, I was going to say, this is bad focus, but Sona died immediately, so it didn't even matter. Like I said, my build, I'm just going to go tanky, which means I'm going to rush this locket. And then I'm going to get some more health, because health is awesome. I'm going to get a ward. And I'm going to get my red buff finally. Now, it's usually preferable for you, as a jungler, to get your buffs as soon as they spawn, because not only does that mean that not only does that mean that you're, you know, not letting the enemy counter jungle you, it's just a good idea, because then you have a better idea when they're respawning. Anytime that the buffs are just sitting there, it's like wasted time. There's no point. You may as well take them down. Of course, I didn't do that partially. I'm sure I could have squeezed it in there somewhere. That's what she said. But it's not like I was just running around like oblivious to my red buff. I was doing stuff. Like, you know, we got like some kills, we into dragons, so it was not that big a deal, but preferably it's best to, I saw this was warded, so this is why you buy pink wards. Preferably it's best to take down buffs as they spawn, or, you know, near to when they spawn. This buff has like just come up. I can hear like something, never mind, sorry. There we go. I was waiting, I knew someone else would be around this corner, and so I was trying to track multiple people into the Jarvan ulti. I was waiting, I didn't want to just like rush my Jarvan ult. Oh crap. My Wriggles got that, that was bad. This guy is screwed though. I think this game's pretty much over. Use my red buff. It takes so much damage, man. I thought my red buff would kill him, but I had life still. He had life still, sorry. That kind of ruined my red buff. This game's been an utter stomp, but you can kind of like, you can see the power of Jarvan. Like, I did it a lot early, and I've like done a lot like even later on. Like, this is why this guy is just like the perfect jungler right now. Oh shit. This could be bad. Smite the cannon. Shit. There we go. Waiting for this to come back up. Just look how much damage I have, man. Using my slow. Ah, nice try. Try to get the Deathfire Grasp kill. Wouldn't let it happen. Come back, Jarvan. This is why I was saying, like, 9-second cooldown on this. Not only is it a buff, it's like your, you know, gap closer. So every 9 seconds I have this gap closer. It's pretty strong. That's kind of like, my blue buff gives me CDR, which is why blue buff is just so good on junglers. But also my locket. There you are. Alright, my dog's just come back. That's why I was distracted. You can hear him barking around outside. I'm kind of just looking to end this game out. Like, whenever you're this far ahead, as far ahead as we are now, we really just need to be winning the game. We need to be ending the game. Now, we are like really far ahead. People will be like, oh, this game's so over. But it's really, I have lost games from this position. I've won games from this position. It's really not over until it's over. Like, that's really cliche, but it's so true. And so what we need to be doing right now is just be taking down objectives. We need to be taking the objectives like towers. Dragon and Baron are nice, but when we're so far ahead, yes, we can take them. That will make our gold lead like a lot higher. But it doesn't like help us win. Well, I guess it helps us win the game, but not like in a strict sense, where we just want towers, Nexus, all that business. Oh shit! Oh shit! That was the worst flag Q combo. We probably shouldn't have dove that, but our whole team is here that we can mop up this. I had really bad map awareness there. I wasn't paying any attention to the map. I was just watching Udyr. I wanted to see when he was going to flash, and so I could ulti after he flashed. I wanted to save my ulti till after he flashed, else I would have wasted it. And you know, he would have just flashed out my ult, and then we wouldn't have got the kill. So I was baiting the ulti for his flash, which meant that I was focusing too much on him rather than this ward here, like this good ward here. There's no point buying wards if you're not going to look at them. I know it sounds obvious, but yeah, it's true. No point buying wards if you're not going to look at them. And I mean, I'm lucky that I wasn't punished for it, or our team wasn't punished for it. It wouldn't be the end of the world if we did die there. We went 3 for 1, and considering how far ahead we are, it's not a huge issue. It's not a huge issue, but it's not good at the same time. But that's why I said this game, it's not over till it's over, because if we'd made that mistake and been punished for it, then you know that would have been the beginning of the end kind of thing, I guess. You know, like if you can do that, get those kills and then maybe get something out of it. Like if they'd killed 3 of us and then just pegged it to Baron or something, who knows, they could have got that. It would have been a long shot, but when you're behind, you need to take those long shots. You need to take those long shots because you have to make plays. You're not in a position of power to control when or what you do. You just have to play very, very reactively. When you're behind, you have to react to everything your enemy does because they're the ones controlling the flow of play. And quite frankly, that is not how you want to be playing the game. It's not a good position for you to be in whatsoever. You don't want to be in that position if you can avoid it. However, when you are put in that position, it's not the end of the world. That's why a lot of people feel as though games are over when they get behind, because they lose that control. You know, they don't have control over the game and they think that the game is over. It's not true. You can still win. It just makes it very hard. But if you capitalize on stuff like that, it's a really good way to get back into the game. So it's good by the enemy team to do that. It didn't quite work out this time because my team was on it, which was good. But you can imagine like someone at lower elo who done that play and their team wasn't there, and they'd be like, "Oh, my team is never with us. BG, noob, scrub, elo, hell, all that business." Really, that's not really the issue. It's the team. It's the problem with the team. I should have flashed earlier. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I should have flashed way earlier. As soon as Uday ran at me for the second time, no, what was it? Jarvan, sorry. Jarvan used his flag, stuff on me. And as soon as that happened, I should have backed off. And like the enemy team, again, like I've made kind of 2 mistakes here near the end of the game, which was my overextending top to get Uday, and right here, the same thing, overextending. If the enemy teams had kind of cut their losses and backed off, then, you know, that would have been good. But instead, they just died. Instead, they just, you know, decided to, they killed me. I'm like, okay, we've got one, let's keep fighting. And, you know, they're not anywhere in the position to do that. And they suffered for it. So, as a result, look what's happening. They have no more Nexus towers. So it's just, you know, you can't get overzealous in those situations. This game's pretty much over now. If I were going to talk, you know, I'll talk a bit about like what I would be building. Like I said, just want to get tanky, just want to, you know, a tiny bit supporty, I guess you could say, because of my bulwark and those kind of supporty items. But yeah, I just want to be tanky. And my next item is probably going to be, right now I've kind of got like a few poor items. So you can never go wrong building Lockit and bulwark. You can never go wrong with those items. But I'd be looking at who's fed on their team. So I don't really need to counter by Uday. He's probably the strongest one on their team, but I don't really need to counter by him. Jarvan, Ezreal, that's AD damage, but again, Ez does a lot of magic damage, and Katarina has some flat magic resist, like magic pen on her Abyssal Scepter, so it might be good for me to get some MR. However, I do have quite a lot of MR with my bulwark, and I'm going to be getting Merc Treads as well, so I probably don't need any MR, which would mean that Armour is probably just the best way to go, or a bit of damage, or both. So I'll probably be getting a Sunfire Cape next. A tiny bit of damage, armor, and health. When in doubt, just get health. Not only is health like a really good stat, just a good stat, it's also a universal stat. So if you're not sure what to be getting, you can't go wrong with getting health, because that helps you against AD and magic damage. So it's just a really nice item, really nice stat to get, and that's why like I wasn't sure what to buy before I even bought this giant spell, because I figured I can't go wrong with a giant spell. You know, even if I need to get a Thornmail, having a giant spell in my inventory is not a bad idea at all. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I should probably learn my lesson and not dive. It's hard. Yeah. What did I fucking say? Double Jarvan death sound. Yeah, see, I'm making a few too many mistakes right here. I should only have 1 death this game. I don't even know I remember 3 of my deaths. I don't remember the 4th one, but I'm just playing very poorly. I'm playing very, very sloppy. And when you're ahead in games, sloppiness is kind of like the wrong, you know, it's it's the road to hell, basically. You don't want to start playing sloppy. all you need to do when you're playing ahead is just play. So, like you don't actually need to do anything. You just need to like not lose. So all these kind of sloppy players are just really bad. But it doesn't matter because we're so far ahead and my team are in nice positions. So that's good. But if I lost this game, I wouldn't say noob team. I did a lot this game, especially early, but it wouldn't be my team's fault if I lost. I'd still blame myself. And with that, the game has ended. So hope you enjoyed this Jarvan game, guys. I wanted to do this for a while. I hope you enjoyed it. Pretty easy game, but still a pretty good display of Jarvan in my opinion. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, all that malarkey. Subscribe if you're a new viewer and you want to see more of my videos. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.